Watch the evening lose its color as the streets began to fade. Every thought became a question. Every promise turned to gray. I was walking through the quiet with the storm behind my eyes, looking for a distant answer somewhere underneath the sky. But the darkness isn't endless, and the night can't hold the dawn. There is something past the silence. There is somewhere I belong. I'll find where the shadows end, where the broken sky turns gold, where the weight I've carried with me doesn't have to be my home. I'll find where the shadows end, where the lost can breathe again, and the road beyond the darkness leads me somewhere I can stand. Every scar became a marker. Every setback drew a line. I was searching through the wreckage for a reason to survive. Then I heard the morning calling through the cracks above my head, like a quiet invitation to become someone instead. I don't need to erase the past. I don't need to make it disappear. I can carry what it taught me and still leave the darkness here. I'll find where the shadows end, where the broken sky turns gold, where the weight I've carried with me doesn't have to be my home. I'll find where the shadows end, where the lost can breathe again, and the road beyond the darkness leads me somewhere I can stand. What if every road behind me was a lesson, not a chain? What if every night I wandered was preparing me for change? I don't have to know tomorrow, I don't have to see the end. All I need is one more sunrise and the courage to begin. I can feel the morning, I can hear the distant sound. The here inside, where the shadows end, where the morning starts again. I will walk beyond the darkness, I will rise beyond the end. Where the shadows end, I can finally see a horizon without fear, waiting there for me. I learned to walk through restless nights with nothing but a fading light. Every road was hard to read, every step demanded more from me. I watched the seasons come and go, lost a few things I used to know. But underneath the weight I carried, something in me stayed unburied. I don't need the world to save me, I don't need an easy road. Every storm that tried to break me taught my heart to carry hope. To stand when the ground gives way, when the darkness fills the skyline, I will find another day. I was built to survive, not untouched but still alive. Every scar became a story, every fall taught me to rise. I have heard the sound of failure, I have watched the plans collapse, but the further down I wandered, the more I learned to face the past. There were moments without answers, there were nights that felt too long. Still the smallest spark inside me kept insisting I move on. I won't measure where I've fallen by the distance left to climb. I can turn the weight behind me into strength for what is mine. I was built to survive, built to stand when the ground gives way, when the darkness fills the skyline, I will find another day. I was built to survive. survive. We were young beneath the streetlights, chasing shadows through the rain. Every moment felt electric, every heartbeat broke the chain. We had nowhere left to turn to, only roads we hadn't known. With the city fading behind us, we were learning on our own. We don't need to know the ending, we don't need a perfect plan. If the world keeps moving faster, we'll keep running while we can. We've got hearts on the run, burning brighter than the sun. Through the nights and through the unknown, we keep moving, we keep going. We've got hearts on the run, till the final race is done. Let the whole world disappear. We're alive, we're still right here. Every highway holds a memory, every turn becomes a choice. We were searching for tomorrow, trying hard to hear our voice. There were moments full of questions, there were days we lost our way, but the distance kept reminding us we were never meant to stay. Let the old roads fall behind us, let the faded signs grow dim. There's a fire in the distance, and we're running straight toward it. We got hearts on the run, burning brighter than the sun. Through the nights and through the unknown, we keep moving, we keep going. We got hearts on the run, till the final race is done. Let the whole world disappear. We're alive, we're still right here. Maybe we're not meant for stillness, maybe we're not meant to know. Every road beyond the distance has another place to go. If tomorrow feels uncertain, we'll embrace the open sky. There is something worth discovering on the other side of Run with the fire, run sky. No map, no certainty, just one more mile tonight. Hearts on the run, still chasing something new. Colorless sky, with all the words I left behind. Every road was fading out, every shadow carried doubt. I heard the city lose its voice, buried underneath the noise. But somewhere underneath the stone, a restless heartbeat called me home. I don't need to know where this goes, I just need to take one more step, through the way, through the cold, through everything I haven't said. I will rise beyond the silence, break the walls that held me down. When the darkness loses its power, I'll be standing on the ground. Let the echoes fade behind me, let the old world disappear. I was never made for hiding, I was born to face the fear. There were nights I couldn't see any future waiting there for me, but the cracks across the dark let a little daylight through the scars. I stopped chasing yesterday, stopped believing I was too late. Every failure left a mark, but every mark became a spark. Now the quiet starts to break, and I can feel the ground awake. No more running from the storm, no more waiting to be reborn. I will rise beyond the silence, break the walls that held me down. When the darkness becomes a promise, every step becomes a choice. And beyond the endless silence, I can finally hear my voice. I hear it now. I feel it rise. A fire underneath, a light behind my eyes. I will rise beyond the silence, higher than I ever knew. All the weight that tried to break me could never tell me what to do. Let the echoes fade behind me. Let the old world disappear. I am done with living smaller. I am finally standing here. I will rise beyond the silence till the distant horizon glows. And whatever waits tomorrow, I'll be ready when it comes. Beyond the silence, beyond the fear, I found my voice, and I'm still here. I watch the morning cross the rooftops, turning shadows into gold. Every road I left behind me had a story left untold. There were miles between the places where I started and I stand, but the further that I wandered, the more I learned to understand. Maybe every distant skyline is a question, not a wall. Maybe we were never meant to know how far we could go at all. Beyond the last horizon, there's a world I haven't seen. Past the edges of the places that I thought were meant for me. Beyond the last horizon, where the distant colors rise, I'll keep walking toward the unknown till I find what waits. emptily. If the distance feels endless, I'll remember why I leave. There are things beyond the borders of the life I used to know. Sometimes you have to lose the map just to find your way home. One more mile, one more door, one more reason to move on. Let the old horizon fade. Let tomorrow come my beyond the last horizon. Beyond the last horizon. Beyond the last horizon. There's a fire in the distance. Every step I take toward it feels like breaking through resistance. Beyond the last horizon, where the endless sky begins, I will leave behind the limits and discover what comes next. Beyond the last horizon, I don't need to know the end. If the road keeps moving forward, I'll keep walking with it then. Beyond the last horizon, where the sky becomes the sea, there's a place I haven't reached yet, and that's where I'm meant to be. The night is leaning on my shoulders like a weight I can't explain. Every road is getting colder, every window knows my name. I kept waiting for a signal, for a reason to begin, but the world won't stop its spinning, so I'm done with standing still. Let the thunder call my name, let the fear become a flame. I don't need a perfect road, I just need the strength to go. I'll run into the fire with the ashes at my feet, through the smoke and rising shadows till the darkness loses me. I'll run into the fire where the broken dreams ignite. If the only way is forward, courage isn't fearless. Maybe strength is moving scared. Maybe every step through darkness means you're closer to the air. So let the sky become electric. Let the distant mountains burn. I won't wait for life to find me. I will rise and take my turn. I can feel it, I can hear it, something calling from ahead. No more waiting, no more hiding, no more living half a I'll run into the fire with the whole world at my back. Every fear that tried to stop me will become another track. I'll run into the fire till the morning fills the sky. If I have to cross the burning, I will cross it to survive. I'll run into the fire. I won't turn away again. Every ending has a doorway. Every storm can have an end. Let the fire rise. Let the old days fade. I won't run from the flame. I will run through it. They told me dreams were made for others, that some roads were never mine. So I learned to read the distance and mistake the dark for signs. Every door became a warning, every doubt became a wall. But something underneath the silence kept reminding me to call. Maybe I was never meant to take the easy road. Maybe every impossible thing was waiting to be known. I'm chasing the impossible, running where the wild winds blow. Even when the road disappears, I'll keep moving through the unknown. I'm chasing the impossible, past the limits I was told. If the world says I can't reach it, I'll become the one who goes. I've seen plans become forgotten. I've watched certainty collapse. But every time I lost direction, I discovered something past. There are dreams that scare the daylight. There are heights that shake the ground. But the things we call impossible are sometimes where we're found. I don't need a perfect answer. I don't need to know the way. I just need another heartbeat cliche, but I'd rather lose while reaching high and spend forever asking why. So let the distance stretch forever, let the mountains block the view. Every boundary has an ending when there's someone breaking through. Calling from somewhere beyond the blue. I don't know where this will take me, but I know I'm going through. They told me dreams were made for others, but some roads were never mine. So I learned to read the distance and mistake the dark for signs. Every door became a warning, every doubt became a war. But something underneath the silence kept reminding me to call. Maybe I was never
keep moving through the unknown. I'm chasing the
The evening wears a fading color, clouds are gathering overhead. I can hear the distant thunder, like the words we never said. Every street remembers footsteps, every window holds a ghost. I was searching through the silence for the thing I needed most. And if the sky is falling, let it fall beyond my eyes. Sometimes what we lose beneath it makes us learn to rise. I hear echoes of a broken sky calling from the other side. All the pieces falling through the blue still carry something back to you. I hear echoes of a broken sky, like a warning in the night. Even when the stars are out of sight, something tells me we'll be alright. I remember all the places where we thought we'd never change. Now the roads are turning slowly and the distance feels so strange. There are cracks across the skyline, but the morning isn't gone. Even fractured clouds can open when the darkness moves along. So let the old days disappear, let the silence lose its way. We don't have to chase the answers, we just have to face the day. I hear echoes of a broken sky, the light came through. The echoes are fading and the horizon is new.
Spent too long beneath the pressure, trying to become what they wanted me to be. Every road I thought was certain led me somewhere I could barely see. I watched the old dreams lose their color, watched the walls begin to shake. But somewhere underneath the silence, I found a choice I had to make. If the past won't let me go, I'll leave it in the falling snow. I don't need another sign. I'm taking back what's mine. I've got nothing left to lose, nothing left but something new. Let the thunder shake the ground. I won't let it pull me down. I've got nothing left to prove, nothing left but room to move. If the road is breaking through, I'll keep running toward the blue. Every failure wrote a warning, every wrong turn changed my view. I was waiting for permission till I learned I never needed you. Now the skyline looks different, like the night is losing control. There's a fire beyond the distance and I'm following where it goes. Let the old days lose their name, let the fear become a flame. I don't need to turn around, I've already left the ground. I've got nothing left to lose, nothing left but something new. Let the thunder shake the ground. I won't let it pull me down. I've got nothing left to prove, nothing left but room to move. If the road is breaking through, I'll keep running toward the blue. Maybe every ending is a door we couldn't see. Maybe losing what was certain makes us finally feel free. I won't carry every shadow like it owns a piece of me. I can Nothing left to lose, nothing left to hide. I left the past behind me and found the open sky. Nothing left to lose, everything to become. Through the dark we rise, the night came down without a warning, covered every road in gray. We were standing at the crossroads, trying not to lose our way. Every dream felt far behind us, every answer disappeared. But beneath the weight of silence, something stronger stayed right here. We don't need to see the ending, we don't need to know the way. All we need is one more heartbeat and the courage for today. Search beyond the night, through the dark we rise, past the fear we left behind. Here when the stars are hidden, we will make our own sunrise. Crossed 1,000 winters, carried stories in our hands. Every failure left a lesson, every loss became a chance. Now the distant sky is changing and the silence starts to break. There is something on the horizon, something waiting us to take. Let the old roads disappear now, let the shadows lose their hold. We were never meant to wander through a life afraid to grow. Through the dark we rise, with a fire in our eyes. When the world becomes a shadow, we will search beyond the night. Through the dark we rise, night is fading and we're still alive. Watch the evening lose its color as the streets began to fade. Every thought became a question. Every promise turned to gray. I was walking through the quiet with the storm behind my eyes, looking for a distant answer somewhere underneath the sky. But the darkness isn't endless, and the night